So we are going to head straight down to the start for the semi-final of the Fawley Challenge Cup. Another crew from Leander Club, this time the junior boys scullers. And they are up against the might of Maidenhead Rowing Club A crew, and they are with the very distinctive green blades with the star on. And well, if Leander do manage to head Maidenhead in this race, that will be some feat, because this Maidenhead crew is something special.
They are, absolutely. See how they deliver now. Both going flat out. As always, nothing held back at this start. Leander's going a little into the middle. They know they've got to try and rattle Maidenhead. That's got to be their tactic at this point.
Yeah, the umpire's warning the Leander quad. I mean, I think that's a decent start from both crews. I would imagine that Maidenhead are going to be very cool and calm. They probably know that they've got the beating of the Leander quad in the middle of this race. Leander 157 to the barrier yesterday. Maidenhead 157, but then Maidenhead threw in a 315 when they beat Henley Royal Club A crew, and when Leander were racing Warrington, they were 317. So I imagine that these Maidenhead boys know all about the Leander crew, and in effect they'll know they've got a tight, tough race, but this is a crew that's won so much this year, Kath, in the schoolboy scene.
They look phenomenal, don't they? Really do. And it's a great masterclass in quad sculling, isn't it? And it's so impressive. The technique, the physiology, the psychology, they're so confident in what they're capable of doing, and they've been really ruthless in racing.
Yeah, so it's the same four boys that lost in last year's semi-final to Clare's Court. That was a great race. Maidenhead led Clare's Court out then. Clare's Court sculled them down, stayed cool, calm, collected. In fact, I think it's Leander that led, but Maidenhead coming through. So they've changed their crew round. On the left of your picture is Harrison Rowe. He was in bow last year in that Maidenhead quad. Then, well, the anchorman in the 3-seat, Victor Kleshnev, stroked it last year. Elliot Kemp in the 2-seat was in the 3, and then the bowman Eduardo Marshall was in 2-seat. So their coach Katerina Kleshneva has really moved it around, Kath, and to good effect.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, last year's experience is one of those formative learning experiences. You just, that experience of coming here, leading but not managing to convert it, that's part of their maturing process. That is, you know, they take that with them, and they've learned and they've built from that in the best way. As you know, as every rower's career has those ups and downs, and it's what did you learn from that? That means all through the winter you're hungry and you know what's required in order to take that next step, and they've really come out with that sense of, you know, having stepped on from last year.
So Maidenhead Rowing Club on the left of your picture with the green blades with the star. Leander Club, the home crew. Look from Ben Smeaton, the 18-year-old bow of the Leander crew, all wearing white caps. Ben Smeaton in the bow, Matthew Peters in 2 seats, Joe Willis in the 3-seat, the 16-year-old. It's his second Henley Regatta, and Tim Ellers in the stroke seat. All these juniors really feel that their time has arrived when they get into the Leander machine, and you know, get all the facilities of the club. They get to rub shoulders with the great under-23 and World Championship British team athletes. But Maidenhead, well, that's the club of Jack Beaumont. That's where he learnt to scull, and we've seen Jack Beaumont win the semi-final with Angus Groom in the doubles earlier today. They beat the Norwegian lightweights, and he is an inspiration to all these athletes. Just shows you what a Maidenhead sculler can do.
And of course the Kleshnev family themselves are a force. That Russian Olympic experience in the parents, you know, there's a real history and heritage there. Yeah,
I was at the same junior championships as Valery Kleshnev actually in 1975 in Montreal. He got a gold medal in the quads, and I got a silver in the 4 there. But he's had success with the Russian team, and we did race each other in the 82 quadruple sculls at Lucerne, and he ended up with a bronze there. We came 6th. But He's renowned now for the biomechanics expertise that
yes,
he brings to
absolutely,
so many crews,
yes.
and he will bring to this crew too, and share with his wife Katerina, who's done such a great job coaching these Maidenhead boys.
Yeah, exactly. The science, the biomechanics of this sport has moved on incredibly over the last period, and so fascinating how with that extra data now the coach gets, and what do they do with that data to translate it into speed?
Well, you can see that the white tape on their sort of looms of the blades, and I'm sure that's to do with some kind of measurement, some photographic measurement. I mean, you know, the measurement nearest the spoon will be to try and sort of keep the blades flat rather than dive in the water. I'm not sure what the other white tape is, but I did notice the British double scull in Linz, Beaumont and Groom. They had 3 rolls of white tape around their looms. So, you know, there's some kind of measuring thing going on there just to try and get all these marginal gains and advantages.
Such a great shot behind it, almost looked like a single sculler. So uniform when you looked down that Maidenhead crew. I mean, both very well drilled crews, but there's just a level of technical expertise in that Maidenhead crew. They are really rigorous about those tiny margins of accuracy, making sure the angles out front are exactly the same, looking at the point they move to. They would have marks within the boat to know how far the arm should be going out and at what point they're putting the catch in, and all of those margins mean that the power put down is more efficient, more effective, moving the boat this way as fast as possible, and they're shooting their way towards us at the moment.
It's a very flat drive they've got as well. I'm so impressed with the way they're taking the water at the front. They're definitely less sort of tight than they were last year in that race against Clare's Court, where I thought they were really aggressive. You've got the sort of pace and power, but, you know, less sort of more slick at the start. They're more flat in their drive phase.
Yeah,
and,
very horizontal, and they are not losing by, you know, there's marks up the loom. They tell us that they're not digging the blades, they're not going too deep at all, and that's, again, margins of efficiency that mean all of the effort is going into boat moving.
So we look out of our commentary position and we can see the crew on the left of your picture, Maidenhead Rowing Club, in the semi-final of the Fawley Challenge Cup for junior boys quads. Have not been threatened, they've been pushed by their Leander Club opponents, but this is a strong schoolboy quad, strong junior club quad. Maidenhead School, just a check from the finish there from Eduardo Marshall, and yeah, he knows that they've crossed it, and just over a length the margin to Leander Club, their opponents.